Okay, well, I'm recording on my phone and a phone call came in and cut my video off. So this really will be in parts. All right, so anyway, I've cleaned up the one side and I've taken this apart. What I'm going to use for mine is actually this light pink cardstock. And what I did, because I want about a 1 inch spine, I took a piece of the cardstock and I cut it 2 inches wide and the length of my book. And I'm using this light pink cardstock because I am either going to use this bright pink rose ribbon or I'm going to use the light pink rose ribbon on my spine. I haven't quite made a decision yet. Obviously, the light pink kind of matches the cardstock, and the darker pink doesn't really match it, but that's okay. It would still look all right coming down it. Another possibility is I have this pretty kind of glittery net ribbon. And actually what I may do is put a piece of this, because it's not, and then lay the in on it. Okay. So what I'm going to do, actually I do think I'm going to put down this glittery ribbon, and I may very well go with my pink rosettes, the lighter pink actually, so I don't want to glue onto this foam. Okay. I'm going to use tacky glue for this. Tacky glue dries clear, and it dries relatively fast. So to put this on, I'm just going to come on here and I'm just going to put it down. To get my spine ready. Then I'm going to take this. And I'm going to lay that down. And I'm leaving it a little bit longer because I would rather clean up the edges afterwards. And then I'm going to get a little glue closer to the edge over here. Okay. And then I'm going to take another piece and come in here and lay this down. And it's okay that right there in the middle that there isn't anything, because I'm going to put my pink ribbons on, my pink rosettes. So I am going to go ahead and go with the lighter. What I want to do is just come here and stop. I'll cut one extra flower, I think. Now, on this, I noticed the netting on the one side is a little wider than it is on the other. So I'm just going to try to even it up with my scissors a little bit. Now, I'm going to come in here and I'm going to put down more glue coming down the middle. And I'm going to come out here on the lace a little bit as well. And then I'm going to take my little pink rosettes and come down here and lay them onto here. Okay. So now, when I go to put this on here, I am going to go ahead and attach it onto here. And I'm going to do the front part first. And what I know is I want like this to come right up here to this gold line. And that's one of the reasons, because that's not a very big amount to catch, which is why I'm leaving this here. So I'm going to take tacky glue. You could use double-sided tape, but I kind of like the tacky glue because it allows you a little bit of play time to move something around if you don't get it lined up just right. And I am going to let this dry. I'm not like ready to bind in pages yet or anything. So, because right now all I'm doing is just the book. So, add on the glue. And then I'm going to come here and line the top up, line the bottom up, pull it over a little bit, press it down, pull it up there a little more, because it's a little too, I want it just lined up with that gold in there. Okay. Now I'm going to flip this over, and I'm going to take one of my little foam folder tools, and I'm just going to come in here and I'm just going to really push this down to make sure that it's making contact. Okay. And then I'm going to come up here, and I'm just going to kind of do the same thing with my foam folder. I just really want to make sure that this is making good contact. Okay. Now, the second part is to attach my back book cover. And so I'm going to kind of line this right here up. I'm using a mat that's got markings on it. If you don't have something like that, you may need to measure something out. If you have a mat with markings, that works really well. Because I'm lining that up on the edge. So then, I am. I'm lining it up right here. And so then I know this is 1 inch right here. And I really wouldn't mind having it a little bit more than 1 inch. So I know that I'm probably going to want to come in right about here. And it looks like it's fooling you because you're seeing this, but this is actually part of my new spine too. So I'm just kind of trying to get my lay down for here. So I think that what I want is about 1/2 inch. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay my book down where I can see. And I'm going to take my glue. And I can see that this here is approximately 1/2 inch. And, you know, for this, I do want to be fairly generous. Unlike when I was putting the lace down and I didn't really need that much. I do want to be fairly generous because this is my book binding. It's going to be my cover. going to take that, and then what I'll do is I will line, the tops up, and I will line up the edge of my lace right even with where I put the glue down. And I'm going to press that down, which is going to get on my fingers, but that's okay. I always think I'm going to have wet wipes, and I never have them with me. I'm just not one of those organized craft people. So I'm going to come in here with this. And it's okay if this seeps out a little bit, or even with the lace, because it will be fine. Now, in this instance, I have no intentions. I will be sewing my signatures, but I'm going to be doing a hidden signature. I'm not sewing through my spine, which is one of the reasons why I'm choosing to make a decorative spine. Okay. Flip it over, come in here and really press down. So, I don't want to bend it too much because it's not dry yet, and I don't want it to come off. But this will be my new spine. So, I do. Now, what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to take it and I'm going to leave it somewhere flat. And so I'm going to stop the video here, and then probably tomorrow I will make another part to this video. But this is, if you are using something like cardstock, or if you were using fabric, you could do the same thing, because you could attach, just like I did this lace, you could have attached your fabric to your cardstock. I would say you need at least a 1/4 to a 1/2 inch. I would go with the 1/2 inch. Like I said, that's one of the reasons why I left that piece attached to the front, so I could have more grip. But at least a 1/2 inch to attach down. And what I will do is I'm going to let this dry, and then tomorrow I'm going to check it, and if there's any loose spots or anything, I will get more glue in under it. And I will trim up my bottom pieces at that point as well. But I think that this is going to be really, really pretty. I'm going to try to re-highlight some of these gold areas in here. This book cover, I don't know whether, I can see if I bring it up higher. There's right there, a damaged spot. I'm going to put some kind of an embellishment there when I redo this. But anyway, I think this is going to be a really cute little journal. This will get covered when I go to put the actual pages in. Because when I go to attach the pages, there'll be a piece that comes here. So I'll have my pages attached to probably a piece of pink cardstock like this. And so my pages will be, and then when I lay it in here and I attach it, you see how that comes out over here. Then at that point, I'll take something and actually cover the insides of my covers. But I want to put my pages in before I do that, before I cover, because I'm not going to want this laying on top, if that makes sense. Okay, thank you for watching.